Hello, it's Brenda, and I am going to show you a healthy brine for smoking salmon. My husband's been fishing a lot, and he went fishing this morning, and between everybody in the boat, they caught like everybody got max. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fish, and so we're gonna smoke it. And I made up this brine because I was looking everywhere on the internet and I could not find a healthy recipe. And so I kind of pulled it together myself, and we smoked a bunch of fish already, and it really turned out nice. Let's see. I've got just a little piece here. And it looks really good, and it tastes really nice. And it's just a mild smoky flavor. So what I've got in here already is sea salt. I'm doubling up a batch because I'm going to make a bunch because we have so many fish. So it's just this Redmond sea salt. I think I like this one the best, and it's got a bunch of extra added minerals in it. And then I'm going to, I wrote this out, and I'm doubling it. So then sea salt, soy sauce, organic sugar, which I have pure cane sugar, honey, which is organic honey, and then we have organic maple syrup, and then I'll fill it the rest of the way with water, and then we just soak the fish in there. I did also buy, because I wanted to see if it would make a difference to use brown sugar, and we haven't used a lot of sugar, so this is really kind of a test to see how we like it and if it gives us cravings or anything like that, which sometimes sugar can do. So I got some of this, and then I got some more of the Turbino sugar and just a refill pack of the sea salt. So, and then I just use Kikkoman soy sauce, which is not organic, but it gives the best flavor I found. So we're going to try it. So I'm going to mix all of the ingredients up in here, and then I will show you what it looks like. Okay, so I thought my camera was recording, but it wasn't a minute ago. So I added 1 cup of Kikkoman soy sauce. So I have 1 cup of the sea salt and 1 cup of soy sauce. Okay, and then I'm going to add a cup of the pure cane sugar. In there. Okay, so it's just making a base, and then I've got maple syrup and a cup of that, which is, I don't think I have a cup left in my bottle, so I'm doing I'd say I did 3/4 of a cup of maple syrup and then a 1/4 cup of agave. And I'm going to do a cup of honey. This fly's biting me. Sheesh. I've got our back door open and my windows are open, and it's kind of warm today, so for some reason I have little fruit flies. Okay, so I have everything in here. And then what I'm going to do is fill it, and this is 4 liters, so 128 ounces. I'm going to fill it the rest of the way up with just water, and then shake it up really good. So I'll show you that. Okay, so I've got it all mixed up, and I filled it like all the way to the very tip top. And so the fish isn't here right now because my husband took the cooler, so I'm going to have quite a few fillets, and I'll come back and I'll show you how I'm going to prep it. Usually if I have like 1 or 2 fish, I put it in like a container that I'll show you, and just put them in there and put them in the fridge. But with the amount that I'm going to have, I think I'm going to soak them in like a plastic bag in the cooler full of ice. So we'll see how that works out, and I'll show you and see what we think. Okay, this is what I normally use, and this is just, I got this from Tupperware a while ago, and it used to have a lid. I don't know where the lid is, but it's got like these little bumps in there, so stuff gets on the bottom. And so I usually lay the fish down in here, and when I make a batch, I make it in this, which is a 2-quart container. And this is enough, because you can use the brine twice, so if you have it full, you fill it to the top of the fish, and then you can use it twice in each batch. So there's 4 batches in that this one makes, and I'm thinking that this one's going to make 8 batches. We'll see. So I don't know that I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the bags, and then I'll show you once we have the fillets here kind of how we're doing it. Okay, this container is leaking, but it's not leaking, it's just leaking in the top, so it's really hard to shake it up. So I'm going to stir it up, but I decided I wanted a little kick, so I'm going to try it this time with the crushed red pepper. So I don't know how much I would put in. I think for this whole batch, like 1/4 of a cup. So I'm going to actually take the lid off and kind of pour it in there. There. So that's like 1/4 of a cup maybe. You could do 1/2 a cup if you wanted it really spicy. And then I'm going to put this in the fridge, and normally I do it overnight and let it sit overnight, but my husband just got home with the fish, and so we've got a cooler full of fish, and I'd like to smoke it tonight. We're going to have some people over, and it'll smell really nice and smoky, but the fish is going to have to marinate for at least 4 hours. Okay, I wanted to show you, a lot of sediment goes to the bottom. So what I'm going to do with such a big batch and a leaky lid is I'm going to take it out of the fridge and stir it up really good about every 15 minutes because I'm pushing it to use it in an hour. So I want to make sure that all of the flavors marry. And I think that was the right amount of red peppers because I can see red peppers all through it. So it looks really good. I'm going to put it in the fridge for about 15 minutes, and I'll stir it every 15 minutes for an hour, and then I'll show you it on the fish. So there's all the fillets. Isn't that amazing? There's probably, what do you think, how many in there?
There's 25, there's 30 pounds of fish there.
Oh Lord. We're going to be giving some smoked salmon away for gifts. Okay, so we're going to pour it into the bags evenly and then let them soak for a few hours. Okay, so the second bag, I'm going to fill it all the way up. Get all the air out, and then because there's so much in there, we're just going to keep it in the cooler. I don't have enough space in my fridge. So then we're going to let it sit. It'd be nice to have it overnight, but we want to smoke some tonight. So we won't be able to fit all of it in the smoker, so a lot of it will stay overnight and stay cold. But we'll show once we load the smoker up.